kind. Rewind. This is Dope Nostalgia.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Dope Nostalgia Podcast. This is episode 276, and I'm Naomi, your host. Our guest today, got him on the phone. This guy, he's a busy dude, man, but he's got some great hits under his belt like Short Dick Man and Lick It and all those cool tracks we used to dance to in the clubs and still do to this day. Who doesn't know Short Dick Man, right? Anyways, Manny Mohr, one of the guys behind 20 Fingers, the ones who made those songs happen, is here on the show today. Now, Manny has new music coming all the time too, so he promised he would hook us up when the time comes for new music. In the meanwhile, he also wanted to add a shout out to Ivan and Jess Wright, amazing industry guys who have always supported him and 20 Fingers. So shout out to them. Now I'm going to get into a little bit of background information on 20 Fingers. Wikipedia moment.
Please bear in mind that Wikipedia can be edited by anyone at any time. If I'm reading you the artist's bio, then you know it's information straight from the source.
20 Fingers is the name of an American production team consisting of producers and DJs Carlos Charlie Baby Rosario, Manfred Manny Mohr, JJ Flores, and Onofrio Lolino. They were popular in the mid-1990s for producing a series of pop, dance, and rap songs, many of which were distinguished by their humorous or risque lyrics. The group's name comes from the band members simply both having 20 fingers on their hands together. On August 31st, 1994, the group released their first single, Short Dick Man, featuring vocalist and rapper Gillette on Zoo Entertainment SOS Records from their debut album On the Attack and More, which was controversial. The tune was a global success, particularly in France, where it was a #1 hit for 3 weeks. It also reached number 14 in the US and was considered a club success. The single, which involved a woman mocking the size of a man's penis, was also released in a clean version, replacing the words short dick with short short, which was also released under the censored title Short Short Man in the UK and several other countries. This new version, remixed by Strike, reached number 11, whereas the original only reached number 21 on the UK singles chart in '94. Manny Mohr told the Los Angeles Times that the point of the song was to attract attention. We figured there were all these songs by men bashing women and treating women like sex objects, so we decided a song that turned the tables on men might attract some attention. According to Gillette, the point of the song is to strike back at all the women-bashing songs in pop, especially in rap. In the accompanying music video, images of Gillette singing Short Dick Man or Short Short Man on a beach alternate with those of a brawny man performing a photo session. 20 Fingers released their debut studio album, On the Attack and More, in Poland and Germany. All 11 songs on this album were recorded with Gillette on guest vocals, except one song, the second single, called Lick It, which featured the vocals of singer Roula. Their second single was another success in Europe and in clubs all around the world. In many other selected countries, the album has been released as Gillette's solo debut album with a similar front cover, retitled On the Attack, the same 11-song track list with Gillette, and excludes the song Lick It. 20 Fingers also produced Maximilian's debut album, Take Your Time, with the hit single Fat Boy. So we do talk a little bit about that as well, but we do need to do an episode on Maximilian. In the meanwhile, 20 Fingers is here today with our special guest, Manny Mohr. Welcome to the show.
I'm ready when you are.
All right. Welcome, Manny Mohr of 20 Fingers. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. Excellent. You've had some huge hits under your belt, and I thought it'd be really fun to talk about your music and the 90s and what you're doing now.
Okay, great. Let's do it.
Where are you based out of now?
Chicago. Well, more so Chicagoland. I live in the suburbs now, but I'm from the city, you know.
Right. I've been to Chicagoland. I've been to Chicago. I've been to Rosemont.
Oh, cool.
I've been to Tinley Park.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah.
some nice venues.
Yeah, I went to the amphitheater in Tinley, like
Oh yeah,
2 years ago. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a great city. I love it. I like going there better
Yeah,
even than New York, actually. I really like Chicago.
yeah. Chicago's the best, man. I mean, you get some of everything in Chicago. You got great our downtown. You got a great skyline. You got the lake. You got the lake. You got Lakeshore Drive. You got that. You got everything. We got great food in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
We got some things in Chicago that other cities don't have, and if you grew up in Chicago and you move away, you miss those things terribly.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I loved every minute being there, so I'll be back.
All right. Come on back.
Now, growing up, who were your musical heroes? Who did you look to, like your first album? Who were the ones that inspired you?
Well, you mean my first album that I listened to or that I created?
I'd say that you listened to for this question.
Well, I came up musically in the 60s and 70s,
Mm-hmm.
and my first album that I ever purchased was Parliament no, it was Parliament, the Mothership Connection.
Ooh.
And let me see what else. Ohio Players. I think their album was called Fire or something. I'm not sure, but those were the first albums that I actually went out and hustled, carried groceries or whatever I had to do to make some money to buy those records. Because my mom got tired of me tearing hers up. Yeah. Yeah, but I loved funky music,
Mm-hmm.
and Earth, Wind and Fire, and Stevie Wonder, and just of course, the Jackson 5. Back then they were the Jackson 5, and all those great R&B records, and some rock and roll. Our radio station shut down at 5 p.m. When I say our radio station, I mean WVON was a radio station that played R&B music and was favored by African Americans. It was the only radio station where we could hear R&B music and funky music and stuff. And they closed every day at like 5 or 6 p.m. So then we were forced to listen to, not forced, but we would have to change and listen to the rock and roll stations, the WLS, WCFL. And, I learned a lot about rock and roll and about, just the whole other spectrum of music and everything, from that. And that's basically, what made me, I'm very eclectic, musically.
Yeah, no, you probably have so many different influences, and that's quite a crazy thing for a radio station to close at 5 p.m. When you think,
this is, you got to understand it was an African American station, and there weren't a lot of them back then.
Yeah.
This was the only one in Chicago that serviced Chicago. So during that period, there was you had that, and then you had the birth of Soul Train.
Mm-hmm.
So, the 60s and the 70s ushered in R&B music, but the 70s really identified it,
Yeah.
Like, I think the 70s is where it all came together, you know what I'm saying? And I think some of the greatest music ever made was made in the 70s with musicians and these amazing people who played instruments and sang and moved around on the stage, and it was just an amazing thing growing up in those times.
I wish, I'm happy to grow up when I did, but there's a lot I wish I could have experienced, that's for sure. That sounds pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is what it is. You know, I mean, I love it all. You know, I love the '90s, of course. I think the '90s, to me, aside from the '70s and of course the '80s, but the '90s was a really good time for music for us, and we had so much. We had so much fun figuring it out. You know.
Yeah.
True. I think that's right. You know, we were in technology was being ushered in, you know, and everything was changing. So, you know, we wanted to be different.
Now, when you put 20 Fingers together, you worked with two fabulous female vocalists on the tracks that you put out. I wanted to know how you got acquainted with Gillette first, and how did you start recording with her?
Oh, well, you know, that's a great story. You know, Gillette is probably one of the most amazing artists I've ever worked with, and I'll tell you why. Because when we met Gillette, I wrote the song with Charlie Baby Rosario. First of all, let me give a big shout out to 20 Fingers, you know, the original guys, you know, myself, Manny Mohr, Charlie Baby Rosario, JJ Flores, and Onofrio Lolinos. Those guys, they're just amazing. I was so blessed to be able to work with, you know, these guys. But Charlie and I created the song, and we did this a lot, where we would create the song, and then we go, okay, now we got to find somebody to do it. and so we came up with the idea. We got tired of hearing a lot of negative songs about women, you know, calling women. I don't know. Am I allowed to curse on this thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
You call it women bitches and hoes and you know, and everything. And we were like, you know, I want to come up with something that for women, that where women could, you know, no matter, you know, I just want something for women when they're out there at the club dancing and having fun. You know, I want to say something, you know, what can we say? And then I came up with it. Boom. And I said, oh my God, no matter what, I don't care if the guy's shit is hanging down to his knee. If you say that to him, it's going to have an effect on him.
Exactly.
It's going to have an effect on him. So we went with it, and I wrote it, and we didn't have anybody to do it. And JJ Flores said, hey, I know a girl I think might be good for this. He said, I think she wants to be an actor or something. I said, oh, yeah, cool. She was a receptionist at a medical center, I think. I'm not sure, but I think that's what it was. And that's how we met Sandra Gillette. And Sandra Gillette came in. She was paid to do the parts. You know, it was a work-for-hire thing at first. And I wrote all the jokes and the funny stuff, and she did it. And she's just this amazing personality. Now, mind you, this young lady never made a record or never recorded in the studio ever.
Really?
So we did this with her, and we put the record out, and just tested it, and the record tested amazing. Hollers out to Tim Spinach Shomer, because he was one of the first DJs to play it at a club called Kaboom's, I think it was, and he called us up and said, guys, you got to get down here. This record is going to be a hit. And he played and so anyway, now the label had to sign her now because we got a record that's blowing up. So the label ended up signing her. And you look at a young woman who's never done this before. This young woman took this shit by the horns, and she killed it. I mean, it was amazing watching her. Like, she was doing stadiums, you know, bullfighting rings. I'm talking 20,000 people, shows everywhere, all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
This little 19-year-old, she's 19.
That's
Never
impressive.
done anything like that in her life. And that's how she came to, that's how we developed her.
And
you know,
she did
I
more
guess
songs, right? She did more songs.
Huh? Oh, yeah, she did Short Dick Man. Her next single was Mr. Personality, which did real well. And, excuse me, she had a song called Dog, You're a Dog. And there was a big controversy with You're a Dog because we were one of the first people to say, who let them dogs loose? Roof, 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 roof. We were the first. Yeah. So there was a big deal about that, a whole lot of lawsuits and stuff going on.
Wow.
And we didn't get involved in it because at the time I wasn't sure where we got that from, you know, because it was in a time when people were sampling and, you know, you were taking ideas from so many different things. And as it turned out, all the lawsuits and everything, only to find out that I was right, that it came off of a mixtape for some guys out of, I think it was Florida. They were the first ones to ever do that and put it on a record. Yeah. And so the what was these guys, the Baja Men,
yeah.
They all ended up suing each other and suing other people, and everybody was suing, only to find out that none of them were the true authors of that. And we stayed out of it, you know.
Right.
I didn't want to get involved in it because I couldn't confirm whether we made it up or not.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to put us in a position that they look pretty bad, you know, because they sued each other.
Pretty sad.
But anyway, so yeah, the who let the dogs loose? I mean, that phrase, we were the first ones to do that. Before them, everybody said, "Man, you got to sue them. They're doing your." I was like, I'm not suing them. They probably got it from the same place we got it from. But anyway, yeah. So she had a record called "Come Too Fast" that did real well.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so yeah, she has an amazing run for some local kid, you know.
Right. No, it's impressive.
Yeah, we're very blessed, very fortunate.
And the same question can be asked about Roula, obviously, who did Lick It. And yeah, how did you find her?
Well, you know, Roula, this is how crazy the music business can be sometimes, and how crazy things with us. Once again, we wrote the song. I wrote Lick It. Charlie gave me the track. Charlie Baby gave me the track, and I wrote it, and I demoed it up with my voice on it on a 4-track. So once again, we're like, all right, now we got to find somebody to sing it. So there was a young lady who I think I'm not sure who she was friends with, but she was occasionally up at the studio. Her name was Roula. That was her name. Mm-hmm. And she was a young Greek woman. And she came in, and I just wanted her to demo it up for us. So we paid her. She went in there, she demoed it up. It came out really good. So the label signed her and put the record out. And then she was getting ready to get married. And she was terrified that her in-laws would find out that she was singing this record, Lick It, you know?
Oh, no way.
Yeah. And so she she didn't want to do it anymore. Mm-hmm. So the label paid her and said, okay, so now the label comes to us and they go, well, now we got to find another singer to do this. And we've already got this record kind of moving around, you know, only 6,000 copies have gone out so far, I think. So Tim Spinning Shomer, there's his name again, He had his girlfriend or just close friend. I'm not sure. I think it was his girlfriend. Her name was Holly.
Hmm.
Very pretty woman. And I guess he brought her up, and she came to the studio and she knew the record. She knew everything about the song. She came in and did the song, and she sounded exactly. If you played the very first version that came out and her version, you couldn't tell the difference. It was amazing how that worked out. It worked out so great. So Holly became Roula. We kept the name Roula.
Yeah.
And because the record had already been released out with that name, and Holly became Roula, and that's how that happened.
Wow, I did not know that story. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and Holly, same thing. She went out there and she killed it. She was very pretty, and she did a fantastic job for someone who had never did this before. She never even thought about doing this. And that's the really great part about this, Naomi, is that, when you're able to just take something, and I don't want to say nothing, but when you take someone who's never done anything and you make them a star, it's the best. It is the best.
To be able to mold young talent, it's pretty cool.
It breaks all the rules. It really breaks all the rules, and it just shows that you can do anything with anybody. I can take anyone you don't have to sing. All we have to do is create something that people want to hear or like. You just say it. That's it. Say it and mean it. And that's how our records are. Our records are very, as you can tell, lyrics, Lick It and Short Dick Man. Our records were pretty edgy. Actually, we started that really, female. We started that movement. And I'll say this about Gillette too. When we did her album, Gillette couldn't sing, and she really wasn't a rapper. We didn't know what to do with her because she's really talking on Short Dick Man, So we were like, we can't do a freaking album of her talking. What are we going to do? So I took rock and roll songs. We created beats, being the 20 Fingers guys. We wrote hard raps, and they were very not anti, just very women for empowerment.
Yes.
And they were very strong, lyrically strong, and she was Limp Bizkit before Limp Bizkit. She was what's the other guy's name? The ball.
Oh, Kid Rock.
Yeah, she was him before. Her album was before all of them, and she was doing that type of rock, hip hop kind of stuff before they did it on her album. So yeah, so that was pretty fun. That was really fun, actually.
20 Fingers, you're known for being risque, obviously what we brought up, having a great sense of humor in your lyrics as well. So you already touched on what happened with Short Dick Man and why you wrote that, but subject matter for songs like Lick It and any of your other like risque songs, where does it all come from?
Well, you know, excuse me, Lick It was after we did Short Dick Man, we wanted to continue to empower females. So we wrote Lick It, you know. And, you know, then, you know, Maximilian came. And when Maximilian, I wrote Fat Boy.
Yeah.
Fat Boy was a song that I wrote in my head. I was singing it, and I didn't have a track for it. And I was just singing the song. It just came to me, and I just singing it in my head weeks. And I'm trying to get the tracks. We were in the middle of doing Gillette's album, so everybody was focused on Gillette's album. So it was hard for me to get, you know, people to go, hey, stop what you're doing. I got this song idea. You know, everybody was looking at me like I was crazy because I would sing the song a cappella.
Nice.
And so JJ Flores was turning in tracks for her album, for Gillette's album. And he gave me 3 tracks. I'll never forget it. And I heard the one track. And I said, oh, my God. I could sing this song. I could sing my song to This Is It. This is it. This is the track. This is what I've been looking for. This is it. This is amazing. Now, JJ didn't want me to do that song. He wanted it to be on Gillette's album. So there was a little resistance there. And the label said to do it. Put it together. Let's see what it is. Because the label liked the idea of it. Because I wanted it to be a reggae, a female, you know, Jamaican. She could whatever from what is it? There's another island too. Whatever, any of those Caribbean, you know, islands. But I wanted a strong female to do the hook, and so we put out we start looking for a female. As usual, always writing a song, and now we got to find somebody for it. So we found this singer. Her name was Jasmine, R.I.P. to her. Unfortunately, she passed away years ago. She was amazing.
I'm sorry to hear that.
She came in, and she was work for hire. She came in, and she was perfect. She sounded so good. Hey, fat boy, and it was perfect. So while we're doing the session, there's this guy with her, and the guy that's with her, he's Jamaican too. And as I'm recording her, he's in the background, and he's rapping. And I was trying to focus on the session, you know, because I'm trying to get her to do all of this stuff. And he just kept doing it, and it was like a gnat in my ear. And I turned around and I said, hey, man, give me a minute, okay? Just hold that thought. Let me finish this, okay? Please, let me get through this. So, but what I had heard in the background, what he was doing, I really liked. So I got her out the way, and I says, hey, my man, what's your name? I said, Maximilian. I said, okay. I said, do that shit again. I played the thing, and he did it. He started doing the rap. Them around, fat boy, them big and round, uptown, downtown, all. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, man, get in the booth. Do that. I want you to do that right now. So I played the record. He went in there. I think he did it in like one take.
Mm-hmm.
And he sang the harmonies. I was like, this fucking dude is amazing.
No
So
doubt.
I ran upstairs and I told the label, I said, oh my God, this guy just did this thing, and he's great. We gotta, please, can we bring him in? This is what we need. This is the sound. This is what I heard in this song. This is what I want. I want this. Okay, all right, we're gonna make it happen. So, of course, we finished the song basically in one day, and JJ Flores and I arranged it and put it together. And JJ, he loved it, and to this day, it's become one of his biggest hits.
Incredible.
JJ, matter of fact, I think it is the biggest hit he ever had, which is pretty ironic considering he didn't want me to use it for that song. But Maximilian, the song started blowing up. He was doing good. We started doing shows, but Maximilian he's traditional. He was wearing traditional linens, and he had a cane. He was going with the real, the real culture thing. And this song was a big hit amongst kids. So the first show he did, he came in there with a cane and these linens on, and he was and the kids were kind of looking at him like, wait a minute now. We didn't get this from the song. So there was an issue.
Oh.
The issue, nobody wanted to book him. So we got worried, and what we decided to do was put a group together. So we felt that if we put a group together, it would help his stage presence, help him cross over to the young kids. Because you got to understand, these are young, predominantly Caucasian and Hispanic kids, And we did it. We put Elisa B. and Tommy Miller. Tommy Miller, who's been with me forever, one of the greatest male vocalists in Chicago. He doesn't get a lot of he doesn't get the credit he should get, because he sang Sexual Healing on the album.
Oh, wow.
Tommy Miller. That's him singing it. That's Tommy Miller.
Okay.
Elisa B. is singing Baby, We Could Do It, Take the Time, Do It Right. So my idea was to create a super group and have each one of them leading a song, here and there.
Yeah.
And they did. Maximilian was the star of the first song. He was a star of all three of them, because what he does is just so amazing, and these songs did really well, for them. But there was things happened so fast. The management was terrible.
Right.
It was sketchy how the relationship between the management and the label. They were in bed together, so it made everything really sketchy. And if they had a better managing team, they probably could have kept them together for the bigger picture. But unfortunately, they imploded.
I hate that when it's the business end of things that destroy something good, right?
Yeah, because these guys, it wasn't just the business. It was a lot of ego stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But see, all of that stuff could be curtailed with the right management.
Mhm.
You know, and I think that was the problem. I just think everybody was just so busy at making money off of them, to where they didn't give a shit about them. You know,
Yeah.
they didn't really care about them. And I thought that was one of the biggest issues. And that's the kind of person that I am. I really genuinely had great relationships with these people, you know, and I knew their families. I knew, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, you know, we were all in this together. You know, this was one big thing, you know, 20 Fingers. We had a family. We built a family. You know, I mean, we gave people the opportunity to be stars. So many people. It's probably 15 different people we broke in the industry that had decent careers, you know, and may never saw those things. But Maximilian, like, you know, that's not Elisa B on the hook of Fat Boy. That's Jasmine, you know, but they were, all three of them were amazing in their own way. They all three members of that group, Maximilian, were all they could all have their own careers and be great.
It's fantastic.
That's
because
how talented they are.
Well, they're an episode in themselves. But I'm glad that we got to talk about them too today. It kind of puts it all together in perspective of how it all worked out for everybody.
Yeah. It was really, you know, we were on a roll then, because we could do no wrong at that point in time. And, you know, for me, it was the best project, because my roots are R&B. And like I told you, you know, the music I grew up with, my roots were R&B, and this had more of an R&B feel to it, their album. So I was very, very happy to do it. I was working with three amazing superstars. So it was just great. It was great because they could sing harmonies, and they were phenomenal. You know, I mean, they really, if it wasn't for the crooked label BS that went on, they could have been like one of the biggest groups in the history of dance music, because the three of them were just amazing individually as well. So,
baby, work it.
Hi, I'm Tess Nacha, and you're watching Dope Nostalgia Podcast.
Hello, listeners. It has been such an experience doing this show for the last 5+ years, but it gets expensive. If you didn't know, there's a lot of costs that go into making a podcast. That's why we have our Patreon page, patreon.com/Dope Nostalgia. That's where you can go and subscribe, get all the extra details, bonus videos, and early podcast release for as little as $1 a month. Please subscribe today and help support one of your favorite podcasts.
Yo, what's up? This is Trust 1/5 of the 90s R&B group High Five, and you're rocking with the Dope Nostalgia Podcast.
Movie Friends is a film podcast for everyone, where two friends discuss some of the greatest films. Yes, Michelle?
Did you rehearse that?
Well, I'm reading it off a script for the commercial.
It's really not a commercial, it's a promo, but
Oh.
Did you really think a script could describe our show?
Words are generally what are used to describe things.
No,
so yes.
No. Our show is fun. It's all about the dynamic between you and me and how you're a movie guy and how I'm definitely not a movie guy.
But you are like a movie guy.
No, and we talk about movies and we talk about life and cats and we're joking all the time. People listen for that stuff, not the movie stuff.
Right, but the movie stuff is like, that's the stuff.
Wow. Maybe you should have rehearsed this more.
Movie Friends. It's a podcast about film.
It's a podcast about friends. Listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and follow on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Patreon at Movie Friends Podcast. We want to be your movie friends.
Introducing new Fruitomic Punch Gushers with a taste that's gonna drive you fruity. It's very, very different. And totally appealing. It's new Fruitomic Punch Gushers, the fruit snack bursting with juicy fruit punch in the middle. So fruity, they'll really turn your head.
Whoa, I'll say.
New Fruitomic Punch Gushers. The blast of fruit punch is gonna drive you totally fruity.
Man, I got a split.
Well, now from you and Charlie Baby, JJ, Onofrio, are you guys working together still, or is everyone doing their own projects?
Yeah, Onofrio, when things start getting weird at the label, Onofrio left.
Mm-hmm.
He was the first one to leave, and I understood because there was a lot of mess going on. It got really dark, and the label was trying to take credit for everything we did, and they wanted to start putting out records without putting our name on it and just putting 20 fingers. So, yeah, they were very crooked, and they had an agenda, and the agenda was to just make all the money, take the money, and just dissolve everything. Mm-hmm. And that's really how it happened, how it all ended. But Charlie Baby and I, JJ, I haven't talked to in a couple of years, but we've had conversations in the past, and we were going to work together for a minute, but he's doing projects. I think he's on the West Coast. He's DJing. He's doing quite well.
Yeah.
And Onofrio is basically a family man. I'm not sure what he's doing. I haven't talked to him since back in those days. But me and Charlie Baby, we are working together. We still are together.
Good.
And not as much. We still talk, couple of times a week.
Mm-hmm.
And we still, write music together. We actually are writing some songs right now for our 20 Fingers artist, who is Nyah Jewel.
Okay.
And shout out to Nene Music, my man Ruben Martinez, who is booking Nyah 20 Fingers. He's booking 20 Fingers featuring Nyah Jewel. She's performing all of the hits everywhere. So if you know anybody in Canada that wants to bring 20 Fingers up there and hear all those hits and relive those hits and have some fun with 20 Fingers, let us know, and I'll get you his information, and he'll handle everything. He's amazing.
Yeah, you guys should get on those I Love the 90s tours. Yeah. She has been. She has. Yeah. She's done a couple of them. Yeah. So, and she does probably about 6 to 7 shows a year. Mm-hmm.
And we're going to continue to build it because she's actually in the studio with us. She's actually going to be here in about a week or so. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be working on some new material for her. We got a few songs done already. And we're looking to get those together and seeing what we could do with her and get her out there because she's amazing. And I mean, this little Puerto Rican young lady from the Bronx is something, I'm telling you. She's got everything, and she truly reminds me of Gillette because of her attitude and her charisma, and she's not afraid. I mean, she gets out there and she does the damn thing. You hear me?
I can't wait to see her.
Oh yeah. I can't wait for you guys to. I can't wait for somebody to bring up that it's coming. You know, we just started. I had to get the 20 Fingers name back because the label they owned everything, and they let the trademark slip through their hands, and I was able to get it. And now I own the trademark to it, and so I put this together for these shows and everything with Ruben from Nyah Music. Him and I work together. He's a booking agent. You know, he books all of the 90s, 80s, and 90s artists.
Perfect.
Especially from over in Europe and everything. He books them all. So yeah. So so Nyah Jewel she's up next, and we're very excited about her, about the future and everything, and we want to use the platform, her performances, to break her new music as well. You know, let everybody know 20 Fingers has new music coming out, which we do. We've got a lot of stuff that I'm not releasing, but I'm featuring.
Yeah.
In other words, I'm just posting stuff, just music. I got R&B, I got everything. I'm not adhering to anything at this stage of my career, my life. I'm just doing music, the music that I love, that I grew up off of, and of course the music that makes people want to dance and say crazy shit. You know, I'm saying some crazy shit in a couple of songs and having fun. So, you know, with usual 20 Fingers business, you know, we pride ourselves on thinking differently. You know, when we did Short Dick Man, it started just a whole wave. Everybody started doing stuff like that. We had it was so, what was it? Let me see. We had Short Dick Man. Somebody did Big Dick Man. Somebody did Big. I'm not going to say the word, but you know what I'm saying. Pussy.
Yeah.
Girl. Little breast. But I can't remember. Oh my God! It was so many.
Yeah.
So many. So, yep.
Yeah, that's quite the time to be alive, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was fun, and you know, the label got overly involved and was trying to tell us what to do, how they wanted us to do it, and that's not what we were. You know, we were pretty much self-contained. We built everything with artists that never knew that they were even artists. And then the label steps in and wants to take the credit for everything, and then also start, you know, oh, we need to do this. We need to do songs like this. We need to do songs like this. And we were like, this song's already done. Why would we do it? Do something like this. By the time we put it out, it's going to be over with. We don't think like that. You know, we like to think around the corner, you know, and give us, you know, and it just got overbearing, the control thing. And then the fact that they were really, they were crooked, and they were hurting people, not paying people, and people are touring around the world that could barely feed their families, and it was just a lot of stuff, you know.
You hear a lot of stuff about the horrible things that happen with record companies, so it definitely is a common problem.
It is. It is. And it's so sad because it hurt a lot of relationships. it was a lot of dissension because that was the goal. The goal was to put this together, make a whole lot of money, and then destroy it so that they can't do it again after they leave us.
Yeah.
They didn't want us to have success after them, so they sued everybody. And people lost. I lost a lot. People lost their homes. People lost a lot, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it was crazy, but you know, still we did that, you know.
Something
you
to be
can't
proud
take
of.
it away from us. Can't take it away from us. You know, you no matter what you do, you can't take it away from us. And you know, I'm blessed to have been a part of it, and with those guys and with all those artists, I absolutely. Gillette was like family. Roula, you know, Maximilian, you know, everybody was like family. It was fun. You know, I really miss those days too, you know.
Aww.
The industry has changed now, you know. The big studios are shutting down now. You know, everything is, you know, now you got Suno,
Mm-hmm.
you know, where you can just type in an idea and it creates a whole song for you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I'm looking at your questions here. Did you actually ask me about a Happy Meal toy?
I wanted to get into the fun questions to wrap things up today. Of course I did.
Go ahead.
Of course I did. You're going to be the first person I asked that question, so I should start with it. Favorite McDonald's Happy Meal toy growing up? Do you remember?
I'm too old for Happy Meals. We didn't have those back then.
No. Come on. I guess that's fair.
I swear to God. When I grew up, they didn't have Happy Meals. They did not.
Did you sign up for Columbia House?
You know what? I do recall one time I did.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I remember my mom did, and then I did. I'm trying to think. What was it? It was just a bunch of songs or something. It was a compilation.
Yeah.
Songs, yeah. And my mom, I remember her ordering them or something. So, yeah, they were albums back then because we didn't have CDs.
That's true.
And you know what? I'm thinking that was before the cassette era too.
Yeah, I wasn't sure because when I joined Columbia House, it was cassettes, and I'm thinking that they must have had a vinyl thing before that.
Yeah.
But I don't know when they started.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite 90s cereal?
Oh, man. Let me see. I wasn't eating much cereal in the 90s. Shit. I was doing more drugs than anything and drinking. I had no time for cereal. I never got up in the morning. No, it's not true.
No, musicians didn't wake up before noon, right?
Yeah, well, you know, when you live the lifestyle, you know, a musician or whatever, you don't eat normal. But my favorite cereal, now, if we're talking favorite cereal, I can't speak for the 90s, but my favorite cereal growing up was probably Captain Crunch.
Yes.
And Frosted Flakes. I still love Frosted Flakes to this day.
Those two are perfect. Oh, you know what? Captain Crunch would hurt the roof of my mouth, and I didn't care.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I was into it all. The peanuts, peanut butter Captain Crunch, all of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
What are some favorite toys or games you had as a kid?
Oh, man. G.I. Joe, of course, with the Kung Fu grip and the real lifelike hair. Come on now.
Did it have real hair?
it was lifelike, you know, as they
Not
said. It
not
wasn't-
molded.
No, it was just little bristles. I guess, I don't know. But he had the kung fu grip where he could grip stuff, and you know, and you know, the games. Ah, man, we grew up off of Monopoly, the game of life.
Yep.
Candyland. Stuff like that, really. Board games.
But these games have gone down through the generations, so they're relevant today.
Yeah. My kids have them, and even my grandkids have them.
Exactly. It's a good family fun.
That's right. Trouble, Sorry. Remember those games?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Battleship. Yeah.
Oh my God, I love Battleship.
No.
But I you know, my kids don't like to play with me because they say I cheat. I do. Every time we play Monopoly, I'm the banker.
I was going to say, you win every game of Monopoly, don't you?
I am the banker every time, and I steal from the bank.
They're watching.
They know. No, they are. They know. They've caught me a few times.
That's too funny.
Yeah.
Here's a weird one. How do you like your steak prepared?
Oh, well, medium. Excuse me. Yeah, medium.
Me too. I'm not a medium rare fan. It's still too bloody for me.
No, I can't. No. Medium. At the most done is medium well, which I'm not really crazy about it, but medium definitely. That's how I eat them.
I'm with you on that one. How about some video
Yes, ma'am.
games? Were you playing many video games in the 90s?
Oh yeah, you know, I remember in the studio, there was a guy in the studio. The PlayStation had just came out, the first one, and he was talking about it to us and how great it was, and so we all bought one. Well, not we all, I did, and I played a couple of the games, and I was like, okay, these are cool, but he said something about he introduced me to this game. It was back then, and it's still a big game to this day. It's called Resident Evil.
That's right. Huge.
And that game scared the living shit out of me. I couldn't even believe that they could put this shit in a damn video game. But it was the most fun I had. And then I played Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
With Lara Croft. Tomb Raider was one of my favorites. I can't think of what they call those games, but I love those type of games.
Is that like a first-person shooter?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, And then as I got older, a friend of mine talked me into playing Call of Duty, and then I got hooked on that for a while and for a few years. And you know, I don't play much these days. You know, my son, you know, he's always trying to get me to jump on and play, but they move so fast now. I can't keep up.
I know.
mean, it's like lightning fast, and you know, it's hard to be competitive if you don't play that stuff every day.
I know, and I love gaming, but I have so much other stuff to do.
Yeah, and you'll be sitting there on the couch for hours.
Exactly.
Looking at the clock, going, okay, it's 3 a.m. Oh, I got 2 hours of sleep. I'll be okay.
That was me last night, actually. I was playing Mario Kart World, the new Nintendo Switch. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right. What were your favorite 90s magazines?
Well, I don't know if I was reading too many magazines in the 90s.
Yeah.
But my magazines, when I was growing up, magazines like Right On. Right On magazines, you know, featured like the Jackson 5 and, you know, all of the great artists from the 70s. But
Nice.
you had Right On magazine. Let me see. Magazines. I can't think of the name of it. Oh, Mix magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Billboard.
Yes.
Billboard. Because we had records on the chart, so I was in the Billboard. Oh boy. I mean, I subscribed, and that was my favorite magazine at the time, Billboard.
I do miss buying magazines physically, and that was something I enjoyed a lot back then.
Yeah, going to the grocery store and reading the covers while you standing there in line.
Yeah, exactly.
Flipping through some of the pages, trying to catch some of the gossip.
There's still a few out there, that's for sure. There's still those grocery store ones, but it's just a lot less publications now.
Yeah. It's, the internet is king.
Speaking of which, that's the second last question. Did you get involved with using the internet when it came out in the 90s, when it was in the early stages?
Yes. I remember buying a computer, a PC, and I'm a Mac computer guy. I always have been because of the music industry. I'm a Mac guy, Apple. And I was never a PC guy. But I bought a PC because at the time, that's really, I believe, I don't think you could get or use a Mac for that at that time. But what was it? AOL? Yeah.
Yeah.
AOL. Man, I remember the weird sound it used to make while it was coming on, the modem.
That's literally the sound that opens up this podcast. That's in my theme.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. So yeah, I got into, I'll never forget, I almost got in trouble with my wife because I was just getting to know the internet, and they were chat rooms. It was the beginning of the chat rooms.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in the chat rooms because I would work in the studio, and my adrenaline would be going, and I had to, before I went to bed, I had to kind of wind down,
Mm-hmm.
And I would go sit in the computer and get in the chat room and just chat, People would say funny stuff. I would comment, say funny stuff. So then some female started talking to me on, I guess the way you could have a personal conversation with somebody.
Yeah. Yeah,
and then,
like a side conversation kind of thing.
Yeah. And I accepted it. Now, I don't really know what I'm doing. I didn't know actually what I was doing. I didn't understand what I was, what it was. I didn't even know what this person wanted with me.
Yeah.
So the person started, asking me, hey, I'm reading your comments. You're pretty funny, blah, blah, blah. What do you look like?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at the question, and as I tilt to the left, my wife is standing right over my shoulder.
She's reading it all?
She's looking at it, and she's going, all right now, don't let this thing get you in trouble. Hey! And I never got back on. Never. Never got back on again. And I realized, I was like, oh man, this is going to be a problem. The internet is going to cause a lot of problems with people communicating because these people in here are really some of them were really aggressive and it was, some of it was pretty explicit too. So,
and nothing has changed.
I know. It's gotten worse, actually.
Now we got keyboard warriors everywhere.
Yeah, right. Keyboard warriors. Oh, I remember when people used to, they had this thing where they could punt you.
They could
They
what?
kick you out of the room.
Oh, okay.
They could kick you out.
Mhm.
And I mean, you get kicked out of the room, you'd be so mad, you'd be logging back in, cursing. Wait till I get back in this room and give him a piece of my mind.
Oh man, that was a time.
Yeah.
But the last question I wanted to ask you, and I mean we've covered a couple of these things already, but what food, fashion trend, clothing item, that kind of thing would make you nostalgic for the 90s?
Let's see. Fashion trends for the 90s?
Yeah.
There was a lot of, let me see, Carl Kanai, Cross Colors, let me see, British Knights.
Oh yeah. I remember MC Hammer had British Knights shoes.
Yeah, British Knights. Oh man, it was so many different fashion things back then.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of urban fashion wear was on the move back then. You know, everybody was dressing with the hip hop swag. You know.
It was awesome.
You know, in the 90s, was a big hip hop era. You know.
Yeah.
The 90s was a fun. The 90s was fun. Because it was to me, it was the last era of fun music.
Mm-hmm.
After that, everything became, then EDM kind of came in and just made, it was good and everything, but it just, everything just started to become like you had to be a part of a certain sound.
Yeah.
You know, like you had to fit into a genre, you know, and that's what we didn't like. We didn't like that. I still don't like that. I hate that.
Mm-hmm.
I get, because with house music, you know, my humble beginning started with house music. I started out with Steve Hurley. You know who Steve Silk Hurley is?
No.
Steve Silk Hurley's a DJ, writer, producer. He's done some really big records with CeCe Peniston.
Oh, cool.
He's done remixes for Michael Jackson. Janet. I mean, this guy, he's got a hell of a resume. And that's where I really cut my teeth in the real music business, in the industry, with him. Maurice Joshua, Grammy winner. E. Smooth, Grammy nominated guy. These are the guys that I came up through in the industry with. When I started out doing house music, and I didn't even at the time I didn't even understand house music, but it was all that they wanted out of Chicago. So hey.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, that was that era. Yep.
Well.
So I would like to say one thing. Hold on.
Sure.
So, one of the things that I would like to say is one of the greatest moments of my career. I've had a lot of them, but it's working with a guy by the name of David Kirschenbaum. And David Kirschenbaum was the producer of the 80s mega group Duran Duran, Joe Jackson, all of these big names. He produced what's her name? The Fast Car Lady.
Tracy Chapman.
Yeah, he produced her album, her first album, and I think her second album too.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a big deal for me to be able to sit side by side with a guy like that and work with him. And I just wanted to, I've had some really I've had some really great moments in my career, and I'm still having them. You know, my son Tunes Music is amazing, a musician and producer, and my grandchildren sing, and I've been working with them too. I have kid songs about Christmas and the summer and all kinds of cool stuff with them that I'm working on. And I've got Nyah Jewel. My grandkids' names are Tammy and Noah and Bella. She's just been added. She's just been added.
Congratulations.
She made 6 years old. She really wants to do it. So I said, okay, come on, you can join the team. I wanted to shout them out. And, of course, my wife for being beside me through it all, because, trust me, it's been tough. And she stood there. I've been married 38 years.
That's wonderful.
And, yep. You know, so out of everything that happened, you know, God smiles on me.
You're blessed.
And I love it. I am blessed. I am blessed. The videos, I see you had favorite music videos. I hated being on the set for music videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're long as hell. They take fucking days, all day. all day. Sometimes 3 hours just to shoot. I'll never forget in the Maximilian video, they had there's a part where this lady is in gold. I think she's holding an apple or something, but there's a couple of cameo things of her, and she's like covered in gold, paint and gold all over her body.
Huh?
And I remember watching them put this stuff on her all over her body and everything. And then it took them so long to get the lights adjusted to blah, 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 to shoot it. And then they shot it, and they shot her. It must have took at least just shooting her was like an hour or 2 hours. And in the video, she might have showed up maybe 3 times for 2 seconds. Whatever. It was just, videos are really grueling, you know, and we were in the Short Dig Man video. There's a couple of cameos of us.
Nice.
20 fingers in the video. You'll see us. You got to look real fast, though.
We'll find
blink. And Maximilian, Roula, Lickett, we shot all of those videos in California, and they were pretty cool. But like I said, it's just the process. It was not fun. You know, and I wanted to leave so many times.
Yeah.
But you know, but being a part of the process and really understanding it was really cool. You know, getting to see it, how it's all put together and everything.
And then seeing that finished product, though, right?
Yeah.
Where it's all worth
absolutely. It. Yeah. It's just amazing. I mean, the whole thing. You know, I mean, Naomi, I'm a kid. I came from the south side of Chicago, from the ghetto. We were, one time as a teenager, life was very, very, very hard for me. I was a street kid. I ended up in the Army to stay out of jail. I spent 6 years in the Army and came back in 1985, and that's when I really, really started my music career. I'm a late boomer. You know, I didn't know how to play or anything. I had to teach myself how to play keyboards and all of that stuff. And Charles Knox, Richard Lexie, those are the first people that ever gave me the tools and the place to hone my skills. And they taught me so much. I owe so much to them. because they believed in me, and they kept me off the streets and let me come to their studio. That's what kept me off the streets, being able to go in the studio and make music. So I really want to thank them, and of course, like I said, my wife and everybody that supported me.
Your success and your story is truly incredible, and I think it's going to inspire a lot of people to know like how you made it.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I hope that one thing I learned is that you could feel like sometimes you may feel like you're nothing or you have nothing. And within 24 hours, that can all change. You just never know. You just got to keep going and keep believing and work hard. One thing I believed in is I believed in working hard. I wanted to outwork everybody. There was nobody that worked harder than me. And still to this day, I still write and produce songs to this day because I love it. It's just who I am.
Yeah.
So don't ever, I just talked to someone today who used to sing. He said, I don't really sing anymore. I said, why not? Nobody was really, I wasn't really getting any streams or anything. I said, that's why you do it? Well, if that's why you do it, then I understand why you quit.
Yeah.
But if it's a part of you, don't deny it. It's yours. God never promised you you'd be rich off of it. Enjoy your gift. Don't let this world take that away from you. Have fun with your gift. Enjoy it. Love it. And it'll love you back. And if you have success out of the millions out there who are trying, that's great. But if you don't feel like you're unsuccessful.
Exactly.
Just love what you do. And there's people that are going to enjoy it with you. Somebody, just do it. Just so many people, man, they give up. This business is shit. It's really bad now. The streaming shit, people are getting robbed. You're like, you can't make no money streaming. Now they're saying in order for you to equal, I just saw this. Back in the day when I think it was CDs, if you sold platinum, if you owned everything, you would make $600,000, right?
Okay.
Now, in order to make $600,000, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was 11 million streams you have to have.
Oh, wow.
To equal what would be platinum back in those days. You follow me?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, it truly is terrible. And that's if you own everything.
Yeah.
In other words, you got to own all the production, you got to own the masters, you got to own the publish 100%. So yeah, it's a pretty shitty, discouraging industry these days. But if you love music, just be musical.
It's true.
Just be musical. That's it. I just posted that a little while ago. I don't care about genres. Be musical. Just be musical. And that's it. Have fun. Shit, I'm 65. Ain't that something?
That's awesome.
I was the oldest guy in the damn 20 Fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was older than those guys by about 6-7 years.
Well, I love that you're still doing your thing and killing it. And, it's been so inspiring having this conversation with you today.
Yeah, you know what? When I get some of the music, I'll let you hear some of the stuff on Nyah. Nyah Jewel.
Yeah, I would love that.
our new 20 Fingers artist. I'll send you when we get done. I'll send it to you, and then maybe you get some of your DJ friends or something.
Yeah, I can add it to I can play some clips on the show for people too.
Absolutely.
And then direct them at where to get it. So there you go.
All right. Well,
thank
you know what? Hopefully you get a chance to talk again. Maybe when we release her single, we can get you to talk to her.
I would love that.
If that's okay.
Yep, sounds good.
She's a sweetheart too.
Yeah, I would love that. Keep me in the loop, and you have my email. And thank you so much, Manny, for making the time today. It's going to be a great episode.
Well, thank you. Thank you for asking me to do this. I really enjoyed it.
Good.
I love telling the story. I want people to know the truth. Because there's a lot of things that are being said by different people, and
that's a nice thing about the nice thing about the podcast platform is you get to speak for yourself and tell your whole story without the press editing it. So it's nice that you can do that.
Right. Yeah, I don't do many podcasts because I wasn't ready, because I was still angry about the music business. So every time I did an interview, it was all negative.
No, I keep this show positive, and I'm glad that you picked the opportunity to be on this show to tell your story. It means a lot to me. Thank you.
No problem. I can't wait to hear the show. 20 Fingers right now. Our logo. I don't want to call it logo. Is it moniker? What is it? It's 20 Fingers making music fun again. What do you call that? The moniker. What is it called?
Acronym?
When you have your statement, huh?
Is it like an acronym?
Your statement. No, your statement. When you're making that, like you have your title, and then underneath there, we do great business. What is that? That part of it. What is that?
Oh, your slogan.
Slogan.
Yeah.
There you go. Slogan. That's our slogan. Making music fun again, because that's what we want to do.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Oh, Nyah's song is called Lollipop.
Okay. And when is it coming out?
We don't know. We don't know when it's going to be released, but that's the song that we have done now. We're going to do a few more, and then we're going to make a decision which song we think is the strongest. But right now, that one is the strongest. We got about 3 or 4 more to do. And Lollipop, you can already imagine what that's about.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. So, yeah, she says, I'll let you eat my candy if I can lick your lollipop.
Oh, how innocent. I love it.
Yeah.
Well done.
All right. Well, big hollers to my man, Charlie Baby Rosario.
Yeah.
Charles Knott, Richard Lexie, Tommy Miller, Sidney Miller, those guys, I know I'm going to forget somebody, and they're going to be like, yeah, you didn't mention me.
It's like an award speech.
Yeah. Right. All right. Well, thank you so much. You take care. God bless you, all right?
Yes, God bless you as well. Thank you, Manny.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Don't want no short
can follow Dope Nostalgia on Instagram at dope_nostalgia and YouTube at Dope Nostalgia Podcast. Call and leave a message on our voicemail toll free. The number is 1-888-741-9192.
This podcast is licensed by SOCAN because we believe that artists should be paid for their work. Hey friends, I kind of miss getting those messages on my answering machine like we used to back in the day. What I'd really love is to hear from you, the listeners of Dope Nostalgia. This is your chance to be on the show, giving feedback, telling us what you love, what you hate, and who you'd like to see more of. Call us at our new toll-free number, 1-888-741-9192. Leave us some feedback. Your message could be played on the show. So give us a call, 1-888-741-9192. Toll free.